Hi guys, last week I received some toy cannons from a friend. This is the type of firecracker I've seen it with since the 90s. You also know it's going to give a big bang, get the impact on it. Try putting a cannon on the alkali and hammering it in. I took a spring-loaded wooden clip that pushed the piece of wood to the side to remove the parts of the removable clamp, as you can see here. Next, phase down the backs of the two pieces of wood symmetrically through the slit in the middle and then use a pen to mark a short piece on the top piece. Use a knife to carve out all the marked areas and make two vertical grooves on the inside. When finished, the two pieces just cut out, join them together like in the beginning, and then a gap is created. Then take a solid iron bar, insert it into this slot, and make sure it protrudes about 3 millimeters. This is a very important distance to detonate the cannon. You use super glue to drip onto the metal bar, and stick it to the wood, and then wrap more wire just to make it strong. Then use pliers to cut off the excess metal at this end. Next, you insert the spring. Enter with one foot inside, and the other leg is on the outside. As you can see how I am doing, all done, and how it works should be like this. Now you take a cannonball from the tail, and separate one with the white part being the fuel to help it work, creating an explosion. Next, insert it into this gap so that the material face turns to the metal head when we pull the trigger. The spring will trigger the sharp rod and put pressure on the firecracker to explode with a very loud sound. I think one of you has played this type of firecracker. Let's say you have eaten half of a potato snack and decide to use it later. You know that if the package is closed, air will get in and make the snack packet soft, and it will not be crispy. And for the same delicious taste, that won't happen again. Use these oversized stationary clips and add to handheld ice cream sticks made of light wood. Then use hot glue to put a few drops in the position between the ice cream stick and the clamp so that it forms the shape of two airplane wings. All clamps are ready. You can clip the snack pack in the same way. And of course, the clips are not just for potato chips and can be used for many other things as well. Recently, I started using a pepper grinder instead of pre-ground pepper. When we rotate the bottle or cap, the pepper will be crushed and popped out. But in fact, its price is quite high. The manufacturer also wants you to buy a new one when it runs out. Actually, this is a reusable tool. Use your hand to turn counterclockwise to open the lid. It is made up of two separate parts. You can easily add new peppers from the pack to this bottle, and close the lid tightly as before. Its working mechanism is still the same, no damage, and you will save some money. For this idea, you need a 160 grams box of potato cakes and 2 cardboard tubes taken out from the wallpaper roll. Use a marker to draw 2 circles in the corner of the box, and then deftly cut along the lines with a knife. Drew and removed the cut piece. We will get the next to opposite holes. We insert the paper tube into the hole in the diagonal direction and use hot glue to fix it.
2 hours later.
This is an indoor shoe drying rack. If the shoes get wet, place them on either side of the paper tube and place the hairdryer on top. The hot air from the dryer will pass through the tubes to the shoe and dry it very quickly. Perhaps this is a very useful idea. You use the inside of a ballpoint pen. Use pliers to remove the metal tip of the ballpoint pen and use cotton to gently absorb water. Insert it, and then slowly push the ink inside out. Remember to line the paper to catch the ink flowing. Go. Out. Better wash with water to remove any remaining ink layer. Now take the thread to the small wire. Tie the wire to the thread neatly and then insert it into the tube. To pull the wire out of the intestine and write a paragraph. Then cut the knot and all is done. We have made a homemade paint brush that can be used in times of need. When the brush ends, pull the wire out and it will be like new again. To get rid of boredom, these will come in handy. Spring water. You need to remove its lid and pour the water into the glass. This won't make you any less bored. Take a drill with the diameter of the tip of a ballpoint pen. and make holes in the cap at different distances from the center, looking at it like a tiny donut. Now we need 2 rolls of duct tape. One is double-sided adhesive, the other is optional, but must have a hollow inner circle. With double-sided glue, I cut one end equal to the circumference of the circle inside this roll of glue and immediately glued it to the inner edge to prevent slipping. And that's it. This is called a spirograph. In order for it to work, you put the cap with the hole in the roll of glue. Insert a ballpoint pen into one of the holes and start spinning the bottle cap, which will roll and stick to the edge of the double-sided adhesive. The strokes will create differ. If you take the hole in the center, the pattern will look like a uniform circle and the closer to the edge of the cap. The larger the diameter of the pattern will be. This hypnotic activity can help you to relieve your boredom.